This transformation is unbelievable. We were called to an abandoned factory to retrieve what's believed to be a $100,000, one of two mini fire truck that the world has not seen for decades. And not only that, but we helped clean it up for free for this grandfather who's using it to help donate money to a charity for a condition his granddaughter has. Can this mini fire truck still be saved, or is it too late?
Right before we get into the video, we just wanted to mention that we are in the middle of our Corvette Z06 giveaway, and we figured we would add a little bonus for this week only and give away an iPhone 16 and an iWatch to a lucky winner. So if any of the products that we use in this video catch your eye, go to our site, purchase them, and you'll not only be entered to win this Corvette Z06, but an Apple iPhone 16 and an Apple Watch. But now, let's get back to that little fire truck. Oh, this place is strange. Oh wait, we're going back there? Ooh. We just pulled up to what looks to be an abandoned warehouse. And this is one of the weirdest places we've ever been for one of the weirdest cars that we'll ever detail. I'm pretty sure of that. I know what it is. Mike hasn't seen it yet. But they actually have to cut the bolts off this gate for us to get in. So hopefully we met the right people and we're not breaking and entering right now.
Hopefully not.
They seem like good guys, so we should be okay. Are you ready for this, Mike?
Yeah, I guess so.
This is a weird one. I'll give you a hint. It's tiny and red.
Is it a little red truck? Like,
it's a good guess, actually. Do you remember that one?
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
It is not. Well,
are they express trucks?
Actually, it is a little red truck. Got to kind of like, what do they call it? Leverage against your crotch?
No, it's a
fulcrum?
Chopping motion.
Oh, it's fast? It's not like you put it like I thought you were like fulcrum and then push down on your thigh.
That's a way to do it. Mostly it's just a lot of strength.
All right.
Good luck.
Having some technical difficulties?
Yeah,
or some...
We got to separate a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And I promise you, this is, you're not going to get in trouble. They own the building.
Okay, good. Good. We were filming it a bit. We had to just double check and make sure that we weren't breaking and entering.
Yeah. No, they own the building.
All right, so as you guys can see, this is truly an abandoned warehouse. I don't know what they use this property for, but the car is right inside that garage door right there. So let's go check it out.
What the heck is this thing?
What do you think, Mike?
What's up? Is this a fire truck?
The little fire truck.
This is the tiniest.
Come look at this, Brent.
I like that.
Oh man, a Nash Metropolitan.
Oh, Nash. Okay.
We've done one Nash on the channel before.
So this is
definitely did not look
it's a
like
fire
this.
car, not even a fire truck.
It is a fire car, and apparently this was the fire engine. Or
yeah,
the trailer rather.
Towed along with it. What the heck? I've never seen anything like this before.
What do you think, Mike? You like it?
It's definitely interesting, dude. It's cool. It's really cool. I've never seen anywhere on the internet anything that looked anything like this, like fire truck wise. I thought fire trucks were always really big.
Well,
this is really small.
This is for the junior fire department.
How much do you think this thing can tow?
They can tow this very, very slowly.
With a few kids on it.
With a few kids on it. Yeah, unfortunately, this thing looks like it's seen better days, as Mike would say.
Yeah.
We were going to try and detail this as well, Mike, but I think that it needs a little bit more work than we're capable of doing, unfortunately.
Some wood restoration would be required here. Yeah.
The whole thing is wood, wow.
So what we're gonna do is push this outside and then have a conversation with the owner of this thing to get some more background and history on it. But I wanna ask you guys the question of the video while we do so leave your answers in the comments below. We're about to ask the owner what he thinks this thing is worth, and he's gonna say it in the video, but before he does, leave a comment down below what you think this is worth, and just wait until you hear what he tells us.
All right, guys, we are here with Mark, who is the owner of this car. Okay, first off, how does one acquire a vehicle like this?
Very carefully. My interest was I owned a 911 hook and ladder fire truck, a survivor from New York.
When you say 911, like Porsche 911 or?
No, like the big when 9/11 happened in
Oh,
the Twin Towers.
Wrong
I bought a
911.
54-foot hook and ladder that survived that. I later sold it, and I was looking for another hook and ladder, and this popped up one day. It was like, okay, I was really excited, and then you look at it and it's like, what the heck is this?
It's a little smaller than a typical fire truck.
Oh yeah, a little small, little small.
So I see a couple things that are interesting. We have Junior Fire Department on the side here, and then Storyland, which I think on the trailer there was a Storyland amusement park. What is?
Yes, it
what is that
was
for?
built for Storyland Amusement Park in Bushkill, Pennsylvania, and it was delivered in 1960, and the park closed approximately 20 years ago. It was sold to a gentleman in New Jersey. From New Jersey, it went to the Missouri Car Museum, and they put it online, and we actually bought it out of the Missouri Car Museum.
Is there a big market on Nash Metropolitan Junior Fire Department trucks?
Refurnished, it should bring about 125,000.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah, prices are, and this is very rare. There was only 2 built in 60. If you check the serial numbers, everything is serial numbered by the ride, the trailer. There's a plate on it. That is a 1960 build.
Should we pull this trailer out so we can get a little bit more better view on it? So this is the trailer that it towed, and it did tow, right? This all was functional.
Oh yeah, it all goes together.
Oh wow.
The ladders on it are the safety ladders for the kids. They flip out. Now it's mounted. Yeah, as you can see.
Oh.
And that's the safety. But the thing was, everybody wanted to be on first to ring the bell.
It was used at Storyland Amusement Park to drive around the amusement park.
Right. It was an amusement park ride.
Okay. And then what is the mission for it now? Where is it going to end up after this?
It'll end up here in Akron in conjunction with Akron Fire Department, police, all events for kids, Akron Museum for kids, Children's Hospital. It's just going to be a unit used within the city for the kids.
Oh, cool. And then if I'm not mistaken, you guys are going to use it to generate some revenue for a specific charity or for a specific cause?
Yeah, I own the Hamrick Community Foundation, and we'll raise funds for a disease called Beckman-Wiedemann. My granddaughter is one of the kids. It is one of the rarest there is. She is one of 2 in the world that has this. You couldn't tell it by looking at her. The sad part, there's been no kids live past 13. And she just turned 10.
Oh my goodness.
And so just, nobody's really heard of the disease or anything. And like I say, if you look at her, she's just a young kid doing her thing.
And this is your granddaughter?
It's my granddaughter, yeah. So it's a way to bring awareness to the public, raise funds through an awesome little kid ride that you had to be well, you had to be the 60s generation to know anything about it.
We're gonna put this together real quick so you guys can see what it would have looked like driving around the amusement park and what it will look like once it's all restored. Obviously, there'll be new wood, fresh paint. We're gonna make it shine at least as much as it possibly can with...
It should come back.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of elbow grease, a lot of work, but we're gonna make it happen.
Total, there was only about 6 Metropolitans made.
Oh, wow.
Up to 59. Then they quit. So what makes this really original, it's titled 60. If you look at the serial number on the car, it's 57. So they had to go out to dealerships, find 2 cars, bring them in, cut them, make them work.
Oh my gosh.
To throw together to get them out to the companies.
Wow. Mine
is the last serial number built.
Wow.
And like I say, on the records, it quit in 59. This is a 60. So when you raise the hood and look at it, all the ones they got in from overseas was factory red. This is the green. Yeah, it's kind of hid.
Oh yeah, look at this, holy crap.
Yeah, so see,
wow.
It's all hid. They just closed the doors and the hood and painted it.
And now as we started loading the truck up into our trailer, we got it just in the nick of time because it started raining, but then RJ and Mike made a little bet.
All right, we're gonna play rock, paper, scissors, shoot to see who has to stand outside in the rain and close the gate. Best of one. Ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Later, dudes.
Flipping Mike.
All right, we're back with the little fire truck, safe and sound. And I gotta say, it is by far the cutest little truck I have ever seen. Usually when we have a truck here, it is humongous. So this is kind of funny to see.
Absolutely, this is definitely the cutest truck that we've ever worked on, and maybe one of the cutest trucks in the world. But we're gonna have our work cut out for us because there is a ton of mold growth all over the side of the car as well as on the hood. And then it has been absolutely destroyed by the sun. And I'm afraid that I won't be able to get the paint to shine, or maybe even to make it more red again. It's kind of worrying me because this is some serious sun damage, but I want there to be a great reaction at the end of the video. And so I'm gonna try my best. But I have two things that I really need to know about this little fire truck. What do you think it is, Mike? What do I really need to know?
About this?
Mm-hmm.
How much it could tow, probably.
That's a good question, but it's not what I'm interested in.
No?
There's two things that I need to know if they work on this.
Well, this.
I need to know if that works.
A big U.S. Army siren.
This has to be
100%.
It has to sound like that. And
the light.
I gotta see if the little light goes wee 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 wee.
It does have the wires connected, so maybe if we put some power to it, we could have the light going.
Maybe, fingers crossed. But I definitely need to see if that works. So after we get it all cleaned up, we'll put some power to it and see if we can make some noise.
To circle back on what I just asked RJ, I want to ask you guys at home, what do you think this little truck can tow? How much weight? How big of a load? Because, I mean, it looks well built.
Looks good to me. Send it.
It is pretty
A
sturdy.
little bit of grease. I think it tows double wide.
Maybe we'll... A double wide. Maybe we'll connect it to our trailer and see. A double wide.
Now it's time to get into the nitty gritty and start vacuuming off everything on the exterior of this truck. But I actually don't even know how long this has been sitting undetailed. For it to look like this, it had to be out in the sun for a very long time, and then it was moved into that abandoned factory for a very long time. So anyone's guess is as good as mine for how long this truck has been sitting untouched. I know it was at the amusement park, but who knows if it ever went out of commission and was let to sit. If anyone wants to take a wild guess in the comments, have fun with it.
All right, guys, as usual, we're gonna get started on the wheels and tires, but I have to say, this little car truck has the cutest little mud flaps I've ever seen. I'd go so far as to say adorable.
Mike, those don't even have function.
These?
Yeah.
You think this doesn't have a function?
They're tiny and the tires are tiny. You don't even need those.
Listen, this is for the junior fire department, okay? And the junior fire department, this bad boy was hauling around kids behind it. Would you want a little rock to fly up and hit your kid in the face? No. So these definitely have function. I think that these were put on purposefully because they were definitely put on with some high value screws. So I think they definitely did it for a reason. Hopefully nobody got hurt, but they definitely did it for a good reason.
Okay, before we start pressure washing, I actually wanted to show you guys something pretty cool. The owner of this truck said that it's okay if all these decals come off because as you can see, they already are. And they're gonna replace all this, restore it. But Mike and I noticed something very interesting. If you peel back any of these, you can actually see the original red paint underneath and how nice it actually looked. Here we go. Look at how nice it actually was at one point. And this is all because it was protected from the sun. We're gonna use our pre-wash, we're gonna use the pressure washer and see what kind of result we get. I have a little hope. I think it might come back at least a little.
Here at WD, comfort matters. Style lasts and quality that's non-negotiable. In every pair of Tecovas boots, you'll find over 200 steps of handcrafted precision, built from the finest cowhide and exotic leathers the West has to offer. These ain't boots you break in, these are boots that come broken in. Ready to ride, ready to work, ready to walk through whatever your day throws at you. And when you step into a Tecovas store, it's more than just shopping, it's an experience. Complimentary drinks, free boot shines, and expert staff that'll get you the fit just right. Want to make them yours? Tecovas offers custom branding and leather stamping, so every step you take tells your story.
All right, guys, all jokes aside, Tecovas boots are incredibly comfortable. I never thought I would enjoy wearing cowboy boots so much, especially with how broken in they feel right out of the box. Honestly, I can't imagine me buying any other boots, and I think you guys should check out Tecovas too. And if you want to get a pair of Tecovas yourself, click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen and get yourself your new favorite pair of boots. Tecovas, built by hand, backed by tradition, worn by those who do. Now let's get back to the fire truck.
All right, under the hood of this junior fire truck, this little Metropolitan, is this cute little engine that is a 4-cylinder, I know that. It's a 1500cc motor, and it produced a whole whopping 50 horsepower. But that's just enough to tug around a bunch of kids in a cart on the rear of this thing. When this car was first made, it was a totally different color, and actually a really nice teal color, and the engine is this kind of neat looking green. We're gonna get this thing cleaned up as best as we can, and as we can see, that wire going up to that horn is still intact as well. I also see a couple other little horns under here. I'm sure this thing made all kinds of interesting noises while it was rolling around, but let's get this thing cleaned up.
And after washing the truck before moving to the interior, I noticed a little nest inside of the siren, so we took care of that too.
All right, on the inside of this Metropolitan, as you can see, there is not much going on. It is a 3 on the tree, which, if you remember, the truck we gave away was also a 3 on the tree. The only thing you have inside of here to tell you anything is the speedometer and also a little fuel gauge down here. And we have 2 mystery buttons. There's only 2 things they can do. One has to power that horn up front, and the other one to power the light up there. So one's right here, and then the other one's on this side. So hopefully later we'll get a little bit of power to this car and see if we can hear what this thing sounded like when it was trolleying some kids around. With all that being said, as you can see, there's no carpet in here. There's just the bench seat that we have here, so we're gonna be getting this out of here, get the floor as clean as possible, and then we'll start working on the rest.
All right, now it's time to polish the world's tiniest fire truck. And as you guys can see, we are missing paint. And what paint is left is extremely oxidized, which it's not gonna be fun to work on. And honestly, it needs a full repaint, but I wanna bring it back looking much better than when we picked it up. And so I don't think this is an acceptable way to bring it back. So I'm gonna show you guys how I remove this oxidation and how I try and get some kind of gloss and shine from this extremely faded paint. But the only thing I'm really thinking right now is thank God it's tiny. All right, before I even start polishing this vehicle, I'm going to try and remove all the oxidation first. And to do that, I'm actually going to use foam back 3000 grit sandpaper and water. And very simply, I'm going to spray the whole entire panel, and I'm just gonna sand away that oxidation so I don't clog up my machine's pad. What's crazy is you can actually see all of that oxidation start to melt away and the paint to return to its original red color. So obviously a huge difference from what it used to look like to what it looks like now just from sanding. Now that I actually have decent paint to work with, I can polish this out, and I think we might even get some gloss and shine from it. So now I just have to do that to the whole entire car, and then I have to polish the whole entire car, and it might look presentable. Wish me luck. From that to that. I mean, that's flipping nuts. The only thing that sucks is I have to do the rest of it. Now it is what I've been waiting for this whole entire video. Does the light work and does the siren work? So we're gonna go ahead and put some power to this, and then Mike's gonna flick a button and we're gonna cross our fingers.
Now I'm not sure which button's which, so I think they're in the off position, or it could possibly start wailing on us right now.
I guess we'll know pretty quickly, huh?
Okay, that starts working.
Wait, turn all the way up.
I don't know why that would do that.
I'm confused.
I'm so confused.
Okay, so apparently the fan for the AC,
It has to be like high, slow, off, and this has to be, it's the air con. I could feel the fan working. And then if I turn it down, the siren turns down.
okay.
The electric in here is a little wonky, to
I'd
say the
say
least.
so. All I care about is that the siren does work, although it's a little less. Oh! That's how you make it go. Ooh.
Maybe. I don't know, dude.
Well, like I said, I'm a little disappointed, but at least it makes noise. So I'm going to count it as a win. All right, guys. So we are back with the little fire truck / amusement ride with the owner, Mark, who is the grandfather of Danica, who is his granddaughter that he is raising awareness and funds for her.
Beckman Wiedemann.
Beckman Wiedemann. Thank you. 'Cause
Yes.
I don't think I would pronounce it well if I saw it on paper.
Well, I don't either, but we're good.
Well, I'm very excited for you and your granddaughter to see this. She's actually right off camera over here, so she didn't want to be a part of the interview, but she said it was okay if we got her reaction.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think we're gonna waste any more time.
All
We're gonna
right.
actually hide you guys in the garage, and I'll give it a knock, and you'll hit the button, and we'll show you the mash.
This will be exciting. Very exciting.
I think so.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, guys, open up.
Yeah. Man, that turned out. That looks awesome. From what it was, yes.
Oh my God, it's a miracle.
Isn't it? Wow.
What do you think? It's shiny again.
It is. It's all natural.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Wow. You ready to drive it, kiddo? No, why not? It's for little clown people. Wow. Door cover.
What do you think? Get in the
seat.
driver's seat.
That did clean up.
There you go. You look good in it.
Hey, it's 65 years old.
Storied past, literally, from Storyland.
Oh, yeah.
And then, to have it.
Look at this. There's the original color,
Oh, wow. Okay.
the green. Remember the story? They had to go out and buy a car off the lot. It did not come in factory painted red. The car's a 1957. That's titled a 60, which is what the whole thing's titled. So they closed the doors, shut the hood, and painted it red. It's awesome, man.
The story behind it, and then what it's going to be used for a great cause.
Oh, man. Thank you.
What is so cool about you guys is you are preserving memories. You're not preserving metal. You're preserving memories, family memories. You guys do things for moms and dads and grandmas and grandpa. And now, you're doing this not just for the preservation of this car, but it's going to go to a good cause, and kids are going to get excited. They're going to see it again, and you're going to create more memories. So you guys may be a detailing memory company too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for contacting
So
us. We
cool.
feel privileged to be a part of this,
cool.
and to do our part in helping a great cause. And thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate all the support. We feel very lucky that we get to do stuff like this as our job. So without you guys, none of this is possible. With that being said, if you did like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next week.